Hello and welcome to the Photography Instructor Show, the podcast for all things photography and filmmaking. I'm your host, Saurav, a passionate content creator and a photography educator dedicated to helping you master the art and craft of visual storytelling. Whether you're a beginner, eager to learn the basics, a seasoned pro looking to refine your skills, or somewhere in between, this podcast is for you. Each episode, I dive deep into techniques, tips, and the latest trends in the industry. From lighting and composition to editing and equipment, I have got you covered. Plus, you'll hear inspiring stories and insights from industry experts and fellow creatives who share their journey and expertise. So, grab your camera, get comfortable, and let's explore the fascinating world of photography and filmmaking together. This is the Photography Instructor Show, where learning meets creativity. In this episode today, we are diving deep into a question that every photographer encounters at some point in their journey. Full frame versus crop sensor cameras. What is right for me? If you have ever wondered what is the difference between these two types of cameras, and more importantly, which one is the best fit for your photography style, then please stick around because I am going to break it down all for you. Understanding the basics. Let's start with the very basics. What exactly are we talking about when we say about full frame and crop sensor cameras? A full frame camera has a sensor that has the same size as a traditional 35mm film. This is the standard for professional photographers. Full frame sensors captures more light, which can give you better image quality, especially in low light situations. Crop sensor cameras, on the other hand, have a very small sensor than a full frame camera. These are sometimes called the APS-C sensors, and they are more commonly affordable, entry level, and even in some advanced cameras. The term crop comes from the fact that these cameras essentially crop the image coming through the lens, giving a narrower field of view compared to the full frame cameras. But don't let the term cropped fool you into thinking that they are a lesser option. Crop sensor cameras have their own set of advantages, and for many photographers, they might actually be the better choice. Now let's understand the field of view and focal length when it comes to cropped versus full frame cameras. One of the first things we will notice that when comparing these two types of cameras, and the difference is the field of view. A full frame captures the entire scene as the lens sees it. In a crop sensor camera, however, it crops the image, essentially zooming in. For instance, if you're using a 50mm lens on a full frame camera, you will get exactly 50mm. But on a crop sensor camera with a 1.5 or a 1.6x crop factor, that 50mm lens effectively becomes a 75 lens. So for wildlife or sports photographers who need more zoom without spending thousands of dollars or thousands of rupees in expensive telephoto lenses, a crop sensor can actually be a very, very huge benefit. Image quality and low light performance. Let's talk about the image quality. Full frame cameras typically offer better image quality, especially in low light conditions. Now you would ask why? Because a larger sensor can capture more light, and more light means cleaner images with less noise. This is why full frame cameras are often the choice for professionals, especially those shooting in challenging lighting environments like wedding photography, concert photography, or even, for that matter of fact, astrophotography. But here's the thing. Crop sensor cameras are no slouch either. Thanks to the advancements in sensor technology, many APS-C cameras today produce stunning images, and unless you are pixel peeping or shooting in extreme conditions, you might not even notice the difference. Depth of field and bokeh. One thing a lot of photographers love about full frame cameras is the shallower depth of field. If you are into portrait photography or anything where you want that beautiful blurred background, also known as bokeh, a full frame sensor is going to give you more of that, a dreamy look. Why? Because of the large sensor size, you can get a shallower depth of field more easily. That being said, cropped sensors can still produce amazing bokeh, but you may have to work a little harder by using wider aperture or longer focal lengths. Now the last thing which I would like to discuss when it comes to full frame and crop sensor is price and the portability. So let's get into one of the most important factors, that is the price. Full frame cameras, while amazing in terms of image quality and performance, are generally more expensive. Not just the camera body, but also the lenses designed for full frame cameras tend to be a little more pricier. On the flip side, crop sensor cameras are often more affordable, and the lenses designed for these systems tend to be lighter and less expensive as well. If you're on a budget or just getting started, a crop sensor camera might just be the one for you. Another consideration is portability. Full frame cameras and their lenses can be really bulky. If you are traveling, hiking, or just prefer a lighter setup, a crop sensor camera can be more compact and easier to carry around. Now, these were all the points what I thought would be to know when it comes to full frame and crop sensor cameras. Let us discuss and weigh in the consideration points about which or what is right for you. Rather, I should mold this into saying who all should get the full frame camera. If in the long run you see yourself shooting wedding, commercial photography, or working in any professional capacity, the extra image quality, low light performance, and the depth of field controls are worth the investment. If you're looking for that creamy background blur and shallow depth of field, full frame is a very solid choice. If you would like to pursue landscape photography, since the full frame camera have a greater dynamic range, which is necessary for capturing details in both the highlights and shadows of landscape shots, full frame might just be the one for you. Anyone who shoots into low light situations like concert, event photography, indoor events, and nighttime shoots, surely it will benefit from the large sensor. Now who all should get a crop sensor camera? Beginner photographers, if you're just starting out and limited on budget and would like to step into the world of photography and learn in the go, then crop sensor might be the right choice. If you are looking for portability, do not want to carry around huge pieces of gear, then crop sensor might be the one for you. Sports and wildlife photographers, if you are into shooting far away subjects, the crop factor might just be the benefit you are looking for without spending a hefty amount in those expensive, crazy big lenses. Budgetary restrictions. Trust me, photography is an expensive passion and profession. If you're looking for a balance between affordability and quality, crop sensor cameras might be the just one for you. Now, I have not touched upon the topic of video when it comes to deciding between cropped and full frame cameras. Well, that is a topic for another day. Finally, I would like to summarize saying that if you need a top tier image quality, work in low lighting conditions, or want that creamy bokeh, full frame is the one to go. If you are on a budget, want portability, or shoot distant objects, a cropped sensor might be the perfect fit for you. Remember, it is not just about the sensor, it's about how you use the camera. Some of the best images out there have been taken with cropped sensor cameras, so don't feel like you need to go full frame to take amazing photos. I'm sure with these considerations, it helps you to decide what is right for you. Full frame camera or a cropped sensor. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Photography Instructor Show. I hope you found it informative and inspiring. Remember, the journey of mastering photography and filmmaking is a continuous one, filled with endless possibilities and creativity. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback will help me grow and reach more inspiring photographers and filmmakers just like you. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn for more tips, learning, and updates on the upcoming episodes. Until next time, keep capturing those amazing moments and crafting your unique stories. This is Saurav, signing off from the Photography Instructor Show. Keep creating, keep learning, and keep inspiring.